Good morning, Crow Girl. How are you, dear? Give it a couple of minutes, see if people are going to show up. I completely failed at creating an event page and sharing it about and trying to hype the stream for today, so whatever. I will do yoga myself. I will do yoga with just you. It's been a long week. Kiddo's been a little bit of a terror. Yeah, welcome to the halfway club. Yes, there was discussions of possible visits post second stabbing once everybody's all set. Girl preaches. It's been a very long week. Yes, it has been the week eternal. Oh, thanks. It's one of my favorite shirts. It's probably about to give it up. It's sort of thin now. But yeah, we'll give it a couple, 3 more minutes, see if anybody else decides to show up or if they see mine Facebook posts. Thank you for sharing the post. Maybe that'll get a couple more people joining in. Oh, man. Kiddo's at least starting to sleep a little bit better. That's nice. Like yesterday, I felt like actual rested, not this is a lie rested. It was really nice. Oof. What would you like to work on today since you are here and in my chat box? Hips, back, shoulders, chest, neck. What sounds good? What do we want to work on? All the above. Hips are wicked tight. Yeah, I hear that. Alright, so we'll probably work on hips, back, and hamstrings. That's normally what we work on. My good morning, Fashion Theory. Welcome, welcome. Kraken Smasher! Ah! Hi, friend! Aw, I missed your face. Yes, grab some water. Water's important. Hydrate. I have coffee because that's where I'm at. Aw, floaty hearts. And thanks for the follow, Kraken Smasher. I say you figured Twitch out. Good job. Well done. Proud of you. Alright. Just getting ready to get started. Starting to bring your focus in. Start to arrive. And come to a comfortable seated position. You can sit cross-legged. You can have one leg in front or one leg on top. Whatever feels better to you. Hands can rest on the knees. And sitting up nice and tall. And just start to bring your awareness in. Start to come into this present moment. Start your Fitbit if that's where you are today. Just allowing your breath to roll in, roll out. I want to try to stay in the moment today. Try to stay on whatever breath you're on, whatever movement you're on. Just trying to keep your focus there. Let's start to bring the breath in together. Taking a deep inhale. Lengthen up as tall as you can. Keep that length as you exhale. Again, inhale. See if you can grow a little bit taller. Exhale. Keep the length. Another breath in. Breath out. On this next one, inhale, circle, sweep the arms all the way up. Eyes can go up, palms touch lightly overhead. And then exhale, just float the hands down to the floor. Inhale, circle, sweep the arms up. Shoulders stay down though. See if you can draw the shoulders away from the ears even as the fingers are reaching up. Exhale, float it down. Inhale, stretch all the way up. Palms pressed together. And exhale, float it down. Take just the right arm, inhale, lengthen it up. Oh, wow. Bad Wolf Boo! Hello, my darling. I'm okay. Aww. Right arm, we're going to bend at the elbow, bring the fingertips to the back. I want you to look across your right arm and just start to tilt towards the left. Feel a stretch down the right side body. Elbows reaching up towards the ceiling. If it feels like it's right for you, take the left hand up, find the elbow, and gently draw the arm closer to the ear. Now here, if your chin is pressed down onto your chest, I want you to back out of it a little bit. Try to keep your chin up, lifting up, tilting to the left, big side body stretch. Inhale. Exhale, come back to center. Slowly release the arms down. Let's take the left arm up. Bend at the elbow, fingertips come to the back. You can turn your head, look across the left arm. We start to tilt towards the right, elbows reaching up towards the ceiling. Right hand can be down for support. You can even leave it there if you need to. Or you can take it a little bit deeper. Right hand up to the elbow, gently draw the arm deeper. Chest is lifted up, chin is off the chest, eyes can go up, big side body stretch, inhale. Exhale. Slowly back to center and release it down. Let's inhale, reach both arms up. I want you to turn the palms to face each other and draw the thumbs back towards the space behind you. Hands are about shoulder distance apart. Shoulders are relaxing down. Just keep that space. Now I want you to turn as much as you can towards the right and come back to center. We can float the arms down, rest the shoulders. Inhale, reaching all the way up, palms face each other, shoulder distance apart, thumbs draw to the space behind you, twist towards the left. Come back to center and float it down. Now that much twisting, that's about where you want to stay. We don't want to crank into it really, really hard. Inhale, we'll reach up. Exhale, twist towards the right, but float the hands down. Right hand behind you, left hand across towards the right knee. Looking over the right shoulder if you can. You might find a little bit more space, but I don't want you yanking yourself into the twist with the left arm. It's just there for a little bit of support. Inhale, reach it back up. Exhale, twist towards the left. Find your space. Float the hands down. Maybe find a tiny bit more depth. Looking over the left shoulder. We're still getting a little warm here. We're still working into it. Inhale, back to center, arms reach up. And exhale, float it down. You don't want to overdo it right in the start of class. Okay? Inhale, reach up. Exhale, let the right hand float down, reaching out away from you as you start to tilt towards the right. Now, as you're tilting towards the right, I want you to think about pushing the left hip down into the floor. It's staying connected as you're reaching up and across. Right arm is strong, but soft. It's like a spring. The elbow's not locked. You can walk the hand farther away from you if you like. Or you can even press into the right hand and try to open up through the ribs a little more. Eyes can be down towards the floor, straight ahead, or up towards the ceiling. Find where it feels good on your neck. Deep breath in, big side body stretch. Deep breath out, lead with the left hand. And come all the way back up. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, left hand floats down as you start to tilt towards the left. Right hip presses into the floor. It stays grounded the whole time. Looking down, straight ahead, looking up. Walking the left hand away from you if you need to, or maybe pressing into it, create more length. Nice deep breaths. Breathe into the side body. Another deep breath in. Exhale, lead with the arm. Bring it back up. And shake it out a little bit, loosey-goosey. Ooh. Oh man, my back. My back is all kinds of messed up. That's what happens when you have a growing child. All right, let's switch which leg is on front, or on top or in front. Whatever configuration you had there. Change it up. Now you might notice that your hips feel a little different when you change legs. We all have a natural way that our bodies want to sit, just like you have a natural way you want to interlace your fingers, and if you change it up, it feels really weird. So we're going to change it up here a little bit and work into it on the side that we don't quite prefer. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, we'll twist to the left, floating the hands down, finding just that little bit of a twist. Nothing too strong. We're not cranking ourselves into it. Slowly the body's warming up. Slowly we're finding more space. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale to the right, finding your twist. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And slowly back to center. Inhale. Exhale. Float it down. Beautiful. Now from here, we're just going to walk the hands forward. Try to keep your spine long. Get a little stretch in the hips. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Nothing big. You can find a gentle slide, side to side. Notice how it feels in the hip, in the thigh, in the back. Just a little bit of movement. We're going to change up the legs again here in a second. Back to center. Bring it back in. Bring the bottom of the feet together. Now, you can pull the heels in tight here, but if you have really tight hips, then it's going to be better for you to have some space between the heels and the groin. We want a decent amount of space, maybe like a yoga block's worth, a foot, 18 inches, something like that. The tighter your hips, the farther forward you want your feet, because that's going to give you a little bit of extra space to work with. Hands come to the ankles. Inhale, lift up through the heart, up through the eyes, arch the back, and then exhale, round. Nice and slow, like someone's pulling you backwards. Tuck the chin to the chest, feel the stretch on the back. Inhale, up. Exhale, round. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, round it out. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see what's going on. We inhale and arch. Exhale and round. We're rocking back. One more time like that. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach back. Inhale, lengthen straight up. So it's like someone's got you on a string from the top of your head. And then they're going to draw that string forward. Reaching the chest straight out. Spine is long until you feel a good stretch in the hips. I don't want you to go any farther than it feels good. You can walk your hands forward for support. Lengthen. And maybe come down a little bit lower. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Now let's take both hands, walk them over to the left. Maybe grab a sip of coffee if it's handy. I want you to take your right hand and try to stack it on top of your left hand. So you should feel more of a stretch down the right side body, possibly traveling into the right side of your lower back. And deep breath in. And deep breath out. Walk both hands back over towards the center and over to the right. Hanging out here for a breath first. Feel the stretch. And then we'll take the left hand and stack it on top of the right. And just that tiny bit more stretch. And walk the hands back to center. I want you to lengthen out one more time and then round over the legs. Come down as low as you can. Now, that is as low as you can. So if you are up here but you're rounding and the top of the head is melting towards the floor, you're doing great. If you have a little bit more flexibility, you can come down a little bit lower, you're doing great. Just work within the space where you are today, even if it's not the same as it was yesterday. You can find a gentle side to side, slow movement here. Feel it in the back, feel it in the hips. Nothing major, nothing intense, just a little movement in the stretch. And then slowly we'll walk the hands in, round all the way up. Beautiful. Let's take it into another twist. Take the left hand behind, right hand across. This one's going to be a little bit deeper, a little bit more intense because your knee is farther back. You can press lightly into the knee, trying to get a slightly deeper twist, but don't force it. We're not wanting to really crank into it. We're just looking for a little bit more. Slowly bring it back to center. Let's go the other way. Right hand behind, left hand across. Find your twist. Looking over the right shoulder. A little bit more space, a little bit deeper twist, but still not forcing it. Slowly bring it back to center. Sit up nice and tall. All right, from here, hands can come to the ankles or they can come slightly behind you, but try to stay up on the fingertips because we're not lounging back into it. We're not relaxing back into it. We're keeping it up nice and tall. And then I want you to lift your knees, keep the bottom of your feet together, and then press your knees towards the floor using the strength of your hips. Spine stays long the whole time. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, press the knees down. Strength of the hips, creating more space. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, squeeze and hold. Now, if you start shaking, that's perfectly okay. It just means you're engaging properly. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Relax. You can shake it out. Give it a little wiggle. Let's spin the legs around. Coming around into a tabletop position. Palms are under the shoulders. Knees are under the hips. Let's start out with some hip circles today. This sounds like it should feel really good for everybody. We're going to bring the weight forward and around to the right. Back. Left. Forward. Go around at your own pace, but keep it slow. We don't want to speed around here. And then we'll pause in the front. Reverse it. Left, back, right, forward. Now, anytime we're on the knees and tabletop here, if this hurts, you can grab a blanket or a towel, fold it up, create more of a cushion for your knees. We always want to baby the knees a little bit because they can be really rude sometimes. All right, bring it forward and then settle yourself back into that neutral tabletop. Now here I want you to wrap through the upper arms. What that means is we're trying to rotate so that the elbows are pointing back, not out. This is just going to engage the shoulders more. Shoulders pull away from the ears. Elbows are soft like springs. Strong but soft. Take a deep breath in. Eyes forward. Chest lifts. Sit bones lift. Cow pose. Exhale. Round the spine up towards the ceiling. Cat. Inhale, back into your cow pose. Lengthen. Exhale. Cat. Again. Inhale. Now here, you might try to pull the hands towards the knees. Feel the front of the body stretch more. Exhale. Try to push the hands away from the knees. Feel the back of the body stretch more. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. You can keep it relaxed, keep it normal, or try to drag the hands towards the knees. Exhale. Keep it relaxed or try to press the hands away. Beautiful. Come back to center. Re-engage through the arms. Check in. Have the upper arms rotated back out. See if you can re-engage. Strong arms, soft elbows. Now here we're going to do a hovering cat. So we're going to Round the spine up just a tiny bit. Keep it engaged. Belly draws in. Your belly button is trying to reach up towards your spine. Everything's nice and strong. Head is neutral. We don't want it hanging down, and we don't want to be looking forward. Head is neutral. Here we go. You're going to press into the tops of the feet. Feel your quads engage. Feel your core engage. And then maybe float the knees off the floor. Just an inch or two. Strong arms. Soft elbows. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Float the knees back down. You can sit the hips back for a breath. Just kind of a half child's pose here. We're not going all the way down. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Bring it back up. Re-engage. Push the floor away. Press into the tops of the feet. Feel everything squeeze and engage. And we lift it up. Hovering the knees off the floor. Just an inch or two. Don't want it too high. Take one more breath. Exhale. Float it down. Sit back, half child's pose. You can wiggle around a little bit, see if that feels okay. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Let's do that one last time. Nice and strong. We're going to hold it for the longest time here. It really is just going to be like one more breath. Press the floor away. Strong arms, soft elbows. Press into the tops of the feet. Squeeze. Hover the knees off the floor. Nice. Deep breaths the whole time. Shaking is good. Means you're engaging. One more. Exhale, float it down. Let's bring the knees wide. Sit all the way back into a child's pose. Stretch the arms forward, chest down, head down. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. All right, from here, you can just look forward towards your hands. Turn your palms to face each other, so your thumbs are pointing up, and then just make fists. And all you're going to do is rotate the fists toward each other to stretch the wrists. And then you can press them away if that feels good. You can make it a little bit more dynamic by pressing in, pressing out. Deep breath in. And relax. Wiggle it out. Come up to your tabletop position, scoop yourself back a little bit, and then walk your hands forward a little bit so your hips come down, and then just slowly lower to the floor. Hands are right underneath the shoulders here. Tops of the feet are pressing down into the floor, engaging through the legs. Belly draws in. And all I want you to do is lift up into a little baby cobra. Your back is squeezing, drawing the shoulders down away from the ears. There's not really any weight in your hands. You're using the back muscles here. And slowly relax it down. And deep breath in. And deep breath out. Inhale, lift up, baby cobra. Now, anytime you're working on stretching something out, you also want to work on strengthening it. Because opening up that range of motion doesn't do you much good if you're not going to do anything with it. And lower down. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Tops of the feet are pressing down, but the knees are also pressing down, and I want you to see if you can just push up to your knees. Deep breath in. Deep breath out, press. And then you can sit the hips back. And if your body is messed up like mine, that was just very crunchy. All right, walk the knees forward a little bit. Hands come back underneath the shoulders. Find your tabletop position. Everything nice and strong. Here we go. Spreading the fingers out. We're going to tuck the toes. Just like in hovering cat, we start with the core. Pull the belly in. Squeeze the thighs. Press into the toes. Lift the hips up. Finding your downward dog. Now your hips are going up high towards the ceiling. Your chest is reaching towards the thighs. I want you to stay up high on your toes at first and bend the knees. Make sure your sit bones are reaching for the ceiling. You've got all 10 fingers pressing down into the floor. Now here you can start to soften the heels towards the floor. And then maybe start to straighten the legs. If when you straighten the legs, your lower back rounds, I want you to keep the knees bent. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Rotate through the upper arms. Don't lose that engagement. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Look forward towards your thumbs. Bring the weight down. Knees to the floor. Untuck the toes. Let's sit it back. Child's pose. Stretch the arms forward. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. All right. Let's walk it back up. You can hang out for a second. Grab some water if you need to. Now, we're going to work into downward dog a little bit more. We're going to add some other stretches, more hip stretches and things. But when you do your downward facing dog, I want you to think about a couple of things specifically. I want you to think about rotating through the upper arms so that you keep your shoulders active and your chest doesn't collapse towards the floor. You want to think about keeping a straight line from the hips all the way out through the hands. It doesn't matter if your legs are straight or not. It doesn't matter if your heels are floating off the floor or if they're firmly planted. If your heels are on the floor, it means you're not getting as good of a stretch because you don't have more space to work with. So if it's not the perfect Instagram yoga pose, it's perfectly fine. We're working into a stretch, not into a photograph. Okay? So let's sit back up. Palms under the shoulders, knees under the hips, wrap through the upper arms, tuck the toes, belly draws in. Find that engagement. We lift up. Chest reaches for the thighs first, then maybe we soften the heels towards the floor. Wrapping through the upper arms the whole time, pressing down through all 10 fingertips. We're going to walk the dog. So you can bend one knee, try to straighten the other, and then switch it out. Whatever feels good here. You can take it slow. You can bend both knees and straighten both. You can do one at a time. You can hold for a breath, or you can hold for half a breath, or whatever feels good. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. All right, meet me in stillness. Heels floating towards the floor. Legs are as straight as you can get them. I'm going to walk the feet in toward each other. Big toes might come to touch, maybe not. We're just going to pick up the right foot behind us. It's not going to go up high today. I want you to pull the knee in towards the chest, reaching towards your nose. Look forward towards your hands. See if you can step the right foot forward between your hands. If not, you can use your right hand and scoot it forward more. Lower the left knee down. Untuck the toes. Hands are reaching for the floor. If you need to, grab some blocks. Close the gap between your hands and the floor. I always encourage you to modify as much as you need to. Okay? Modify is not a dirty word. What it is a way for you to experience this and meet yourself where you are. Hips are drawing forward and down. Nice big stretch. Make sure your right knee is right over your right heel. If you need to, you can always bring it back. You can scooch the foot forward. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Now inhale. Shift the weight back to release the stretch. And then exhale. Find a little bit more space. Inhale. Bring it back. Exhale. Bring it forward. Inhale. Bring it back. Exhale, bring it forward. Left hand is going to plant on the floor or on the block. Right hand will slide up to the thigh and find a twist. Looking over your right shoulder. If you feel strong and stable here, hips coming forward and down, everything's nice and strong, you can take the right arm and stretch it out. Check in with your left arm. Are you just locking into it and sitting on it? Try to soften the elbow, push the floor away, create more length. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale. Exhale as float the right hand back down to the floor. And then slowly walk the hands back. Lift the right toes up off the floor. Come up onto your fingertips or even onto blocks. Lengthen through the spine. And then slowly start to fold over the leg with a flat back. Hips are reaching back towards the space behind you, not towards the floor. If you need to, you can relax through the right foot. Flexing the foot makes it a more intense stretch. but you can do whichever, wherever you are. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Now slowly bring the weight forward. From here, tuck the back toes and lift the knee up. So now we're in a nice high lunge. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Start to straighten the front leg so your right hand can plant onto the floor. And then try to pick up the foot, step it back, meet me in downward dog. You can walk the dog, take a second, take a breath. Make sure your form is good, wrapping through the upper arms, hips reaching up towards the ceiling. Chest is reaching towards the thighs, but not collapsing towards the floor. Soften both heels down. Deep breath in. We're going to float the left foot up. Tuck the knee into the chest. Looking forward. Try to step it forward. If you need to, scooch and adjust. And slowly lower the right knee down. Grab those blocks if you need to. Untuck the back toes. Settling yourself here. Weights forward and down. Nice and strong. Find your stretch. We'll inhale, bring the weight back, releasing the stretch. Exhale, can you find more space? Inhale, release the stretch. Exhale, find more space. One more time. Inhale, bring it back. Exhale, bring it forward and hold. Planting your right hand down, strong arms, soft elbow. Left hand can come up to the thigh as you twist. Look over the shoulder. If you did on the other side, if you feel strong and stable here, reach the left hand up. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Again, deep breath in. Deep breath out. Slowly bring the hand back down to the floor. We walk the hands back. Lift the left toes up. You can flex the toes back towards you, or you can keep the leg soft. Up to the fingertips, lengthen through the spine and fold over the leg. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Hips are reaching towards the space behind you. Stretching through the left hamstring. Maybe you inhale and lift a little, exhale and fold a little bit more. Let's walk it forward. From here, tuck the back toes, lift the knee. We're going to change it up just a little bit. Instead of stepping back into downward dog, we're going to bring the right foot forward. Now, maybe that means you take a couple little hopping steps, little ooch, ooch, bring it in, or maybe one big step so that you meet me in forward fold. Soft knees, ribs around the thighs. Head's hanging down. Grab your blocks if you need to. If your back is really tight and you can't find the floor, I want you to grab those blocks. All together, inhale. Hands to the shins, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold over the legs again. Head hangs down. Knees can still be soft. We're not trying to straighten the legs. Just like in your downward dog, I'd rather your knees stay a little bit bent than have straight legs and a super rounded lower back. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands to the shins, lengthen out. Here you can straighten your legs. And then exhale, fold. Finding a little bit more space. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to the shins, lengthen out. Exhale, fold. Keeping the knees soft. Let's walk both hands over to the outside edge of the left foot. You can try leaning the weight towards the right just a little bit. Change up your stretch. If that doesn't feel good, bring it back to center. And deep breath in. And deep breath out. Walk it back to center. Your hamstrings are probably talking to you at this point. Walk your hands to the outside of the right foot. That's okay. I'm sure they have lots to say. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Walk the hands back to center. You can bend the knees nice and deep. Keep the ribs on the thighs, looking forward. And then fold again. Bend the knees nice and deep. And fold. Let's do that one more time. Bend. Release. Now from here, if you want, you can reach for opposite elbows. Let your head hang down, let your arms hang down, getting a nice deep stretch and a forward fold. If you don't feel stable enough to reach for opposite elbows, you can keep the hands on the floor, keep the hands on blocks. But I want you to actively relax through the back, through the hips, through the hamstrings. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Let's do that one more time. Big breath in. As you exhale, try to relax each muscle. Relax each joint. Bringing the hands back down to the floor. Heel toe your feet out nice and wide. Probably wider than the mat or just as wide as the mat. Turn your toes out and slowly start to bend the knees. We're going to sit down into a deep, deep squat. This is our garland pose. Hips are going down towards the floor. You can keep the hands down, grab the blocks if you need to, or bring the hands up to the heart, thumbs into the chest, pressing the elbows lightly into the knees. Lengthen through the spine, sit the hips down. Try to make sure your heels are on the floor. So if you need to separate the feet a little bit wider, or if you need to lift up a little bit, sometimes that helps get the heels on the floor. We'll take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Really stretching into the hips, lengthening through the spine. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. All right, now, here we go. Here's some fun. We're going to reach the arms forward and then slowly try to come down without falling. If you need to, you can rock backwards and come back up to sit. All right, coming up to sit, grab some water, grab some coffee. Tell me you love me because I make you suffer. Suffer for goodness. All right, stretch out both legs in front of you. Now here, if your hamstrings are really tight, if your back is really tight, if you feel like it's really pulling on you with your legs straight, I want you to bend the knees, come up onto the heels, pressing both sit bones down into the floor, nice and strong, and trying to lengthen through the spine. Now once you have this length in the spine, I want you to walk the legs out until it feels like you absolutely have to round in order to get the legs even more straight. At that point, I want you to stay right where you are. Spine is long, legs are as straight as you can get them. I'm going to take a deep breath in, reach the arms up. As you exhale, keeping that straight line from the fingers to the hips, I'm going to lean forward. Now you'll notice here, I'm not going very far. Come back up. I just want you to go until you feel a good stretch on the hamstrings in the back. Exhale, bring it forward. It's like you're a book and you're closing. And come back up. Flex the toes back towards you, nice and strong if you can. And bring it forward. Ooh, hamstrings. And bring it back. Release the hands down. Shake it out. Loosey-goosey. From here, take the right foot. Bring your feet into your thigh. If you can get it up to the knee, great. If you can get up to the calf, great. And the thigh is where we're aiming for, but progress, not perfection. We're going to lengthen up and start to twist. So that twist that we started with, just the strength of the core, that's where I want you to be. Then reach the right hand forward. Left hand can go back for support. We're going to try bringing the hand to the outside of the leg. Lengthen and twist. maybe fold a little more. So that fold we just did, that's the same idea here. Keeping the spine long, folding over the leg. Maybe the hand's coming down towards the foot, maybe not today. Maybe your hamstring is saying really rude things about my parentage right now. That's also okay. It means you're getting a good stretch. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Deep breath in. Do not hold your breath. Breathing is important. As you exhale, take your left hand forward to meet the right. Wherever your right is, try to hang out there. Or maybe round over the leg and walk the hands forward a little bit more. If you can get a hold of your foot, great. If you can't, great. Work within where you are. Nose is looking for the knee as you round over the leg. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Now here I want you to squeeze through your left leg. Squeeze the thigh, squeeze the glutes. Maybe it travels up into the core. Relax. Squeeze, engaging the muscle as strong as you can. Relax. One more time like that. Squeeze. Relax. Release the hands and slowly walk it in. I'm going to find another twist, looking towards your right knee. Left hand comes to the right knee. Right arm reaches up. See if you can align your shoulders with your left leg. We'll slowly start to tilt towards the leg as far as you can to get a good side body stretch. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more inhale. Exhale, we send the right arm up to guide us. Stretch out the right leg. Re-engage, sit bones down into the floor. Left foot towards the inner thigh. Wherever you were on the other side, I want you to match it on this side. Okay? So we lengthen up. We find our twist, reaching the left arm out. Try to bring it to the outside edge of the leg, folding, not rounding, and maybe working into the fold a little deeper. Right hand can be wherever you need it to be for support. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold, maybe twist. Strong breaths. Last inhale. Right hand comes forward to meet the left, and now we round. Maybe walking the hands out as far as you can. Maybe the hands can find the foot. Maybe the hands stay on the floor. Nose is looking for the knee. You're rounding down. Now engaging through the right leg, thigh, glute. Maybe it travels up into the core, maybe not. Relax. Squeeze. Relax. Squeeze. Relax. Release the hands down and slowly walk it in. Turning towards your left knee, right hand comes to the left knee, left arm goes straight up. Try to align your shoulders with the right leg, and all we do is tilt, only as far as you can go. And deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more inhale. Exhale, left arm leads up. Come back to center. Straighten out the left leg. Now that fold that we did a second ago, we're going to take the arms up and bring it forward, straight spine, reaching out. See if maybe you go a little farther. And come back up. Bring it forward, big stretch. Back up. Last one, bring it forward and hold. And now round over the legs, just wherever you are. Now here, if tucking your chin makes it too intense, look forward towards your feet. This will soften the stretch just a little bit. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Slowly walk the hands in, coming up to sit. We'll scoot the butt forward and lie all the way back. Oh, man. You can tilt the pelvis forward and back. Take a second. Relaxing here. Maybe rock side to side if that feels good. From here, cross your right ankle over your left knee. Draw your left knee in towards your chest. Now, if this is enough of a stretch for you, hang out right here. If you want to take it a little bit farther, you can bring your right arm through the legs, interlacing the fingers over the shin or the back of the thigh, gently drawing the left knee in closer to the chest. Now, way back in the start of class, we did those little flap flaps with the butterfly pose. I want you to find that same engagement here. You're going to press your right knee away from you with the strength of your hip, even as you're drawing your left knee in towards your chest. You're going to feel this deep in the right hip and into the glute stem. You can back it off and press again. It's not a huge movement, especially if you have tight hips. Back it off. Press one more time. And slowly relax. We'll release the hands from the left leg. Bring the foot down. Right foot down. Wiggle it out. Shake it out. Left ankle crosses over right knee. Draw the knee into the chest. You can hang out here or thread the needle. Interlace the fingers over the shin, over the back of the thigh. Gently drawing the right knee up into the chest. Pressing the left knee away. And back it off. You're using the strength of the hip to open up your range of motion. Press. Back it off. One more time, press. Back off. Slowly release the right foot down, uncross the ankle, wiggle it out a little. From here, I want you to straighten your left leg out, flex the toes, leg is active. We're going to bend the right knee up, but just to like a 90-degree angle. Take your palm and bring it up to your knee. Your arm is a wall of resistance. Both hips are pressing down into the floor, and I want you to pull your right knee into your hand. Squeeze until you feel both hips engage. And then back it off. Squeeze. Back it off. Your arm is resisting the knee. It's not letting it go anywhere. Press. And back it off. Take the left hand up and draw the knee across the body, down to the floor. Right arm can stretch for the ceiling and then slowly open out wide into a deep twist. Big breath in. Big breath out. Bring it back to center carefully. Set your right foot down. Bend up your left knee and then straighten the right leg. Engage through the right leg, toes are flexing, leg is strong. Bend your left leg up, left palm to the top of the knee, arm is straight. You're resisting the knee as it pulls up toward your shoulder, squeeze. Back off. Squeeze. Back off. One more time, squeeze. Back off. Right hand draws the knee across the body down towards the floor. Left arm stretches high and then out wide. Oof, nice deep spine twist. This should feel really good after everything that we did. One more big breath in. Big breath out. Slowly work it back to center. Set the left foot down. Bend up the right knee. And draw the knees up into the chest. Take the arms up and over. Squeeze it in strong. Maybe give it a little rock side to side. And then we're going to rock ourselves up to a seated position, or just come up however you need to. Cat Cleary. Hello, Cat Cleary. Thank you so much for the girls and I are including this in our regular study morning routines. Today was day right. Oh, you're so welcome, Cat. All right. Just coming up to a comfortable seated position. You can have your leg in front or on top, hands on the knees, sit up nice and tall. Let your face soften, close your eyes. We're going to close the class with 3 deep breaths, the same way that we started. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Deep breath out. You can make some noise. Deep inhale. Big exhale all together. On this last one, inhale, circle, sweep the arms all the way up. Let the palms touch overhead. Exhale, draw the hands to the heart center, sealing in your practice. Bow the head. Eyes are still closed. Thank you so much for joining me today. The light in me honors and acknowledges the light in you. Namaste. How do you feel? Hips good, back good, hamstrings maybe a little grumpy but good. Okay, so we got all of that. That was a good class today. I feel I've got that like yoga high going on. It's great. All right, so this is ugh and uff. Girls are moaning. Yes, good. That's what I like to hear. Hopefully it's good. You know, you feel more open, more relaxed. So while this is a free class, this is my gift to you, to the world, there is an option to be able to donate or support me in some manner. Right now, this is all that I do. I've been unemployed for over a year because of COVID. I'm not able to teach in person because I have a 5-month-old and it's just not safe. So on my About Me section here, you can find a link to my PayPal if you would like to throw a couple dollars in my virtual tip jar. You can find a link to my Patreon. Crow Girl, I feel ready to go move a friend into their 3rd floor walk up. Oh yeah, Crow Girl, you be careful doing that. Make sure you engage everything as you go up those stairs. My Patreon is the Mindful Spoon Yoga on Patreon. You can become a patron. I will freely admit I have not been best about getting videos out because, as I said a moment ago, I have a 5-month-old and my schedule revolves around her. She is starting to sleep better, so that is giving me more time to be able to make videos, so that's going to change soon. You can become a patron over there. Fashion Theory, thanks for an awesome class. My hamstrings were so tight. You are so welcome. Hopefully your hamstrings feel a little bit better, a little bit more open. The third and final way that you can support me, make me squeak and do a little happy dance, is I have my Amazon wish list also on there. So if you want, I have a couple books on there that I'd love to have that I can't justify spending the money on right now. A couple things that, you know, would just be nice to have, but again, can't justify spending the money on because I've been unemployed for over a year. These are all ways that you can support me, but a way you can support me that is probably the most helpful and the best way is to share my channel, share my Twitch channel, share my Facebook page, share my Instagram, invite your friends, get them doing yoga with us, help build this community with people that you know so that you can virtually see them each week at a class and we can all do some yoga together. So any of those options are fantastic, and you have all of my gratitude for just showing up today. Like, I love actually having an active chat and knowing that you guys are there. It makes doing this so much more enjoyable and delightful for me. So thank you so much for joining me, and if you could please share my channel, share this video, tell them what you liked about this video, check out one of the other ones. These videos are archived on my YouTube channel also, Fit Strong Fairy Mom, so you can find that there. You can revisit it. If you really liked a certain class, favorite it. Subscribe to my channel so you can see the videos that I put on there. Yeah. This channel also is not just for yoga, but I do craft streams as well because I have an Etsy shop that I've also been woefully failing at putting things in. But if you're interested in hanging out and watching me work on embroidery or working on stock for my Etsy shop or just, whatever personal projects I have going on, I try to do that on Wednesdays and Sundays, but my Wednesdays have gotten kind of full, so look for a stream tomorrow. It might just be Sundays for right now. I think that's everything, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you so, so very much, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your weekend, and hopefully I'll see you next week. Have a good one.